Hi Jane, thank you for sharing your critical thinking, reading, and writing electronic portfolio page with us. And I'd like to give you just a little bit of feedback. As I do that, I'll be referring to our rubric. Here it is right here, the one that I posted on Blackboard. Just keep in mind as we go through that this rubric will be used to evaluate the whole portfolio. And right now, of course, we're only looking at one page today. So keep that in mind as we refer back and forth to the rubric. And I may also refer to my example portfolio that I posted in Blackboard. So as we look at your portfolio page, there are many positive points to discuss. And first of all, you did give us the critical thinking, reading, and writing WPA outcome statement in your introduction. We see that right here. As you know, I suggested that you do that, and I was very pleased to see that you did. And then additionally, I was very pleased to see that you used the bullet points to organize your document. I suggested that you use that organization, and as you see in our rubric, that addresses this organization of content quality in your portfolio. That's very important. So what you'll want to do as you go through designing your other pages is that you'll want to use that same pattern of organization, those bullet points and the outcome statements. And then also, I know that we discussed on the phone, you had some concerns regarding images, inserting images and the technology, and then of course how to select images. And we discussed how inserting images was really a rhetorical decision. And since you mentioned that, I wanted just to say that I think this image is appropriate for your page, so I think you did well in inserting that. So as we look through, one of the main things that I'm looking for is that you were able to use our readings, our discussions, and our assignments to form some claims about this outcome. And as you see in our rubric, as I go on down here, that you have to have clearly stated claims and with a critical reflection. And so I'd like to take a look at that, since that's worth 20% of your grade in the overall electronic portfolio. And so in this first bullet point that you, from the outcome statement that you cover, I noticed that your first claim is right here. More than any time in history, the ability to communicate through reading and writing is critical to daily human survival. And so you did clearly state a claim. And my next concern was to look and see if you sort of supported that claim. And so what you chose to do at this point is to give your own on-the-job experience. And then also you supported it by giving an example from one of our writing assignments. And so from this I understand that you know how to give a claim and then support it. What I would like to do is focus right here on this portion of your page to the understand a writing assignment as a series of tasks, including finding, evaluating, analyzing, and synthesizing appropriate primary and secondary sources. And here you have basically stated that you haven't really used sources up to this point in the semester. First of all, I think it's a good point to make that yes, the pages in our electronic portfolios that we're creating throughout the semester are working documents, so to speak, and that we will be revising them as we until we reach the end of the semester and it's time to turn them in. And so I'm glad that you're keeping that in mind here. But I really think that perhaps there may be a little bit of a misunderstanding about what constitutes a primary source and a secondary source. And so if you will just, I think if you'll look in your Everyone's an Author text, in your text on page 339, so just jot that down right now, page 339 in your Everyone's an Author text. After you get done looking at this video, I'd really like for you to go and read that so that you can understand what constitutes a primary source and a secondary source. And I think that you'll find that our field research assignment, which involved an interview and viewing, original documents and photos of our interviewee, that assignment, would certainly constitute primary research and primary source. And so I think that if you'll use your readings that we did during the time of that assignment and the writings that we did, and of course the process assignment that we used after you synthesized all the information from your interview, I think that you'll find that really addressed this part of this outcome. So I'd like for you to consider revising this part of your page and try to come up to synthesize that information from all of our readings and come up with your own claim. And then of course you can support it using all of the information that we used during that assignment. And as we go on through your page, I noticed that you did again form a claim and give support for it. And then here at the ending, you did attach 3 of your assignments, which I asked you to do, at least 3 of your assignments, to attach it to your page. So overall, Jane, I really think that you're on the right track. And I want to thank you again for working on this, even though the technology, it's a little bit intimidating to us at first, but you persevered and you're doing an excellent job with it. And as always, if you have any questions, then feel free to contact me.